The project of being human is complicated and messy.
If someone steals that, I'm
And they
going to
will.
be pissed. And we know exactly who they were. Say their name.
No, I know who it's going to be.
I know who it is too.
It's going to be AI. Not to do that, but
it's
it is
going
going
to
to
name a person.
It is going to scrape the internet.
And it's going to take that. And then that person that I was going to say.
Let them.
This isn't therapy. This is not therapy. This is not therapy. This is not therapy. This isn't therapy.
Hello, hello,
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Hi.
hi.
And welcome back. Keep going, keep going.
Wait,
What?
YouTube isn't going to let us do that if you
Why?
sing like that
Oh, yeah.
because you're such a good singer. They're going to think you're someone real.
Did you know that they based auto-tune off of my voice?
I was just going to say.
I didn't want to say it, but
can't give that away for free.
okay.
It's two
Paywall.
No, it's two.
Freeze. Paywall.
It's two things.
Two things.
Feet pics
Yeah.
and your voice.
Perfect.
Protect those at all costs.
Okay, that's why I'm covering them.
And welcome back
To
to another fun,
flirty
fabulous
episode.
This Isn't Therapy. Thank you. The podcast with all the stuff people are talking to their therapists about.
Oh,
My name is Jake Ernst, and I'm a
Sure is.
therapist. Who are you?
my name is Simon Palick, and I'm a filmmaker. And to each week on this pod, Jakey and I, we are just two friends who like to have conversations about therapy themes. So we pull on grubbiest of grubbiest little paws. We reach into the therapy room. We pull out a theme, a factoid, a question, a query, a quandary, something that is floating around in the culture. And then we bring it here to the pod on this casual Kelly couch and just have a casual Kelly couch conversation about it. Why?
Well, it's because therapy themes are every single
Everywhere.
place you look.
Honestly,
We say that every single week.
No, we do,
Yes.
Santa. We do.
Yes. And this week, the therapy themes that we are pulling out.
Yeah, speaking of speaking.
Specifically,
Mm.
are projection
Projections.
from my world
Yeah.
and aspect ratios
From my world.
from your world.
Wow.
We are going there.
We accidentally, like, the thread and the needle are, like, the closest they've ever been.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do it just yet.
Oh, no.
I don't want to do it just yet.
Oh, no, honey.
But
We are going to get there eventually.
we're going to get there. And the
Yes.
reason why I want to talk about aspect ratios today is because I kind of nerded out a little bit in the last couple episodes talking about, like, documentary and stuff like that. And it got me thinking. And I was like, I think, you know, when you're watching a movie and sometimes it's like, it's wide, you know, it's like a widescreen. And then sometimes you're watching TV shows and it's like in, you know, the TV format, like 16:9. And then sometimes it's square. You know, sometimes we consume media that's in vertical. And I just kind of wanted to, like, lift the hood a bit and say each of these things
Uh-huh.
are by design
Uh-huh.
and they evoke different, like, emotional things for you, like IMAX versus widescreen. So maybe just kind of want to talk about, like, the emotionality that comes from something that is very technical, just because I want y'all to maybe appreciate what I appreciate, you know?
Listen, if that isn't a therapy curtain
Yeah.
that we're about to pull back,
Yeah.
I don't know a therapy curtain.
Okay.
I've never seen them before.
You've never seen her.
Yeah.
What is she?
Why
Why do you want to talk about projections?
I want to talk about projections because it is one of these words that we use a lot.
Mhm.
Like, oh, she's projecting,
Yeah.
or they were projecting.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get to the bottom of it using some solid definitions, not just Instagram speak
Okay.
or TikTok lingo.
Okay.
We're going to nail down a definition so that we can actually figure out, like, is projection really in the room? Is it
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
Or is it maybe something else?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to put these two things together.
Same.
All right, let's go to our first segment.
I'll see you there.
Okay, I'll be there.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, so first up we have projection, and I'm going to set the scene for us. As with every amazing segment that we do, we are going to start with a definition of a term. Okay. Projection is a psychological defense mechanism, blah, 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 where we...
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I just hate when, like, definitions use even more complex language to define the thing. Like, just say
Yeah.
it plainly, Margaret.
Like, can I be so specific? When a
Yeah.
definition to a word has the word ubiquitous, what am I trying to say? It's such a hard word for me.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah, say it again.
Ubiquitous.
And what's that thing when you can't stop thinking about something? You're remunerating?
Like
Remuneration?
y-
Remunerating. What am I
Ru-
trying to say?
rumination.
Rumination. Those two words are so hard for me to pronounce.
So if
Anyways.
you're in a definition, you're like, I'm done.
And I'm out. I pull the chute.
I've never defined a term in my life, and I
Yeah.
don't want to do another one.
Well, especially if you're like within a definition and you see those two words, I'm like, I'm out.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, projection is a psychological defense mechanism. Like, blah blah blah. Defense mechanism. Like, that is a psychological term in and of itself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm just like, let's make it plain.
Yeah.
It is a psychological defense. Let's say that
Mm-hmm.
where we attribute to others the same feelings, traits, or impulses that we ourselves struggle to tolerate.
Mm.
It protects the ego in the short term, but distorts our own reality in the long term. So what feels like they are ... is often I am ... and I just don't want to see it. So in therapy, another way to say this is every accusation is a confession.
That is, I'm just chewing on that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Every accusation is a confession.
Yeah. So if I am saying, for example, yeah. Okay. Here, let's just get to some, let's get to some examples. An example might be a parent who is chronically distracted by their phone, accusing their teen of being addicted to screens. That would be projection, right? You're taking your own inner stuff
Yeah.
and projecting it, just like a screen or projector.
Yeah.
You're projecting it onto another person or another situation. Here's another one. Someone who feels insecure about their place in the company, labeling coworkers as intimidated by me. So if I'm unsure
Yes.
about where I stand with
Yeah.
other people,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm not able to identify like, oh, I'm feeling really insecure about my place here.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure kind of like where I fit, and maybe I feel like I'm not as good as other people. Then you set yourself up, you set a scenario up
Yeah.
where others are intimidated by you. You're not intimidated by other people.
Right.
Other people are intimidated by me.
Right.
And so they're insecure, or their place in the company is a bit weak.
Yeah.
Another example, a partner who feels guilty about losing interest, insisting you keep pulling away from me. In a way, we're writing the script as it plays out, and we are projecting our own unevolved, unexpressed feelings onto others.
Did you write these?
No.
Or you pulled these from the internet?
Wait, what do you mean?
Just because you're dropping hard truths where I'm like,
Oh,
like in a good way.
sorry, let me, wait, I have to
Yeah.
back up. I did write these.
Yeah.
But they're not about you.
No, I know that.
Okay.
Stop
I was
projecting.
like, is projecting happening
Stop
right
projecting. No, I'm just like the clarity of which you have nailed those examples.
Oh.
I am astounded.
Oh.
Like you're such a strong, phenomenal writer.
These are so common, by the way. That's why I can pull so quickly. But yeah,
I can give you.
I can give you 100
Not
more.
to me.
I can give you
Jeez.
100 more.
I love that.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
This one is called
Go.
This is called
Because right 90. Give me
Yeah.
97 more. Go.
This one is called projective identification.
Okay.
It's a little bit different, but it's a type of projection.
Right.
So projective identification is where I
Yeah.
have a hard time identifying how I am feeling. So I have to create those emotions inside of you.
What's an
I'm-
example of that?
Ooh. Again, projection.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really angry
Okay.
about this situation that happened. You didn't invite me to that dinner last week.
Yeah.
So now I'm going
You heard about that?
so now I'm going to create inside of you the
Mhm.
same emotion that I can't express. So I'm going to make you feel angry towards me because I can't process and face the fact that I'm actually angry with you.
So then I'm going to give me a reason to be angry.
Yeah.
The outside of the real reason.
Yes.
Which is I'm mad at you because you're mad at me.
Yes. But I'm going to engineer a scenario
Mm.
where I now see my anger on your face.
And we don't know we're doing this.
Exactly. This is the dance of projection. And so people think, oh, they're assuming something that's not true, or
Yeah.
you're putting all your stuff onto me and calling it my fault. That's not it can be projection, but that's not the true definition.
Wow.
Projection is a form of
Wow.
projection is a form of what is called transference. We've
Yeah.
talked a little bit about that.
Transference and countertransference.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Projection is a form of transference, but projection is where all of our inner stuff, unconscious, unresolved,
Mm-hmm.
gets transferred, projected
Yeah.
onto somebody else.
Right.
And then we call that theirs, or we call that the scenario, or we
Yeah,
call
yeah.
that personality, or we call that fate, whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. But it's not us, we say. And so projective identification is where maybe an example, this is really common with anger. Anger transference is very fascinating in this lens. So let's say another great example of anger transference. My boss is angry with me. I can't express anger back to him, so I'm going to project it forward to my partner at home. Then my partner at home can't be angry back at me because maybe it feels like there's a power dynamic. So they're going to project that onto my kids. Anger transference from work to person to child.
Wow.
That's an example of anger projection and a line that it might follow.
Okay, so what do you do to, because it doesn't sound like projection is a good thing.
It sometimes can be.
Okay, give me a scenario.
I mean, let's say, for example, I am feeling really happy about a new job, a promotion at work, but maybe I can't show that. And so I'm going to start kind of dropping seeds and telling other people.
Because you signed an NDA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to start dropping seeds and telling other people like, hey, I got a promotion. I don't look happy.
Hi.
I'm not feeling happy.
Right.
But I might have to see.
I'm the head frother at Starbucks now.
Yeah, but I might have to see someone else be happy for me to feel my own feelings.
Is that because I'm unable, like I
Yeah.
actually cannot be happy unless someone is happy for me?
Right. So let's say how would that be good? It may not be, let's say, pro-social. It may not be the best way to feel yourself.
Yeah.
But we are usually processing our emotions and
But
working.
the impact of that is not a negative thing.
Right. You're sharing.
You're sharing and you become happy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So all of these projections are kind of like, are they actually telling of our
reality or truth.
Okay, or projecting,
Improving, yes, and.
yes, and is it sort of showing us where our maybe our shortcomings come with
Brilliant.
like having
Exactly.
like dealing either with that emotion or that scenario or this dynamic.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is the brain's way of confronting and facing the situation without having to be consciously aware
Okay.
of facing it.
Wow.
And so here are some ways through it. How to stop projecting or become more aware of this. Number one, I think that if your reaction feels disproportionate to the situation, it's really helpful to pause and just ask yourself, what part of that interaction belongs to me? So which of those emotions are mine, and which of those did I also maybe give to somebody else? And did I drop off in your lap and call those your fault, your feelings?
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, I'm really disappointed about not getting the promotion at work, and then I'm going to be really upset with you when you disappoint me or let me down or reject me.
Yeah, because now I'm like, well, now I get to be disappointed.
Exactly.
And the it almost feels like the volume,
It's not proportionate.
the intensity
Yep.
is not proportionate to this one scenario.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that can sometimes happen, right? That like in conversations, sometimes with friends or partners, coworkers, like we have to ask ourselves, like, is what I'm feeling really about this situation? Is it really about this?
Yes.
And it goes back to the conversation we've had many times. Like, is it really about the dishes?
No.
Are you really angry that
Are
I
you
didn't
really
do the
about this?
dishes?
But I can see this in the work scenario too as well. Like I
Yeah.
feel as though this
Yeah.
happens quite a bit, especially in jobs where you're constantly interacting with people. And maybe the lines between professional and personal are maybe a quasi blurred.
Totally.
I can see that sometimes when, anyways.
Here's another great way to spot it is to flip the script on its head. So turn "they're so blank" into, in what situations do I fear being blank?
So this person is so vapid.
Yes.
And in what scenarios do I worry that I'm going to be perceived as vapid?
Exactly.
Okay.
Projection would say, I'm able to spot other vapid or insecure people because I am not connecting with that part of myself
Yeah.
that I maybe haven't healed yet or haven't been fully
Yeah.
aware into yet.
Yeah.
And so another example of that is instead of saying making someone else feel guilty,
Yeah.
right? So projecting your internal guilt onto someone else,
Yeah. Yeah.
and maybe saying like, you know, well, you didn't take out the garbage and you're garbage for doing that.
Yeah.
Instead,
Yeah. Yeah.
did you like that?
Yeah. 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 That was good. Yeah.
Instead of doing
See this? This is not a mirror.
in fact, it is.
Hey, but you know what? In this scenario, it is. ER trash.
Instead of projecting guilt, right, we can metabolize our own guilt and say, in what situations do I feel guilty or would I feel guilty for feeling that way? And then the last thing I think,
And this is to help us, like, if we catch ourselves projecting onto people,
Yeah.
or as if we are
to
receiving
become aware, right?
that we're doing it.
Yes. So becoming more aware,
Yeah.
and this is really the big point here, is that pay attention to what situations trigger you.
Yeah.
What emotions get brought up for you with those triggers, because
Mhm.
those triggers are clues, right? They're signals
Yeah.
from inside that are telling you, hey, we haven't really processed this thing yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We haven't really fully like made this into a conscious.
Yeah, and it's not
something.
going away. Like,
Yeah.
not facing it is not going to make
Yeah.
it go away.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you, like, how do you know you're projecting unless someone tells you that? Like, it seems like you have to be aware that you're doing it, but sometimes I imagine you're not aware you're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just share a personal example. Like, I think with my history and feeling really early grief from a loss of a parent,
Mm-hmm.
and then the more adult loss of my second parent,
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been really sensitive to
Mm.
rejection lately.
Mm.
And I think if I project that, right, and I
Mhm.
say people are going to leave me, I'm going to be without other people,
Right.
that's a projection that I'm putting onto other people. So it would be wrong to assume they're doing this to me. They're
Yeah.
doing this on purpose.
Mm.
It would be wrong of me to assume everybody leaves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are projections that I
Yeah,
make
yeah.
based on past history and experience.
Mm.
And so becoming aware of that, right? Like being aware of like, oh, I have that rejection button.
Mm.
I have that grief button. Oh, I have that abandonment button.
Mm.
That helps me understand like, what is this really about? Is this
Mm.
me and my own stuff
Mm-hmm.
and my buttons and my sensitivities from
Yeah.
my past? Or is this really about a situation like, oh, my coworkers left me out again from the drinks after work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Do you, in those moments,
Yeah.
is it like almost like the intensity of that makes you like reassess?
Yeah.
Like, how do you, because my own experience is like, I won't know sometimes until it's like 2 seconds after,
yeah.
where I'm like, oh, wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
That was like, I killed a fly with a sledgehammer
Yeah.
there, and it didn't need that much force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good example, right? So I think really good cues into this are really strong emotions that are felt physiologically. So anger, shame, anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Those are three really, really good ones to sit with. And those usually have big historical roots if there's a big reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I often, if you're like on the recipient end of that, or you're kind of a bystander to that, I imagine like you can almost like look around and people be confused as to like, why is
Yeah.
this reaction happening?
Yeah.
You know, I know that I've been in all of the configurations, being projected on, being the projector, being the bystander to the projection, and just being like, I feel like it's the confusion
Totally.
element is like a good thing of like, whoa,
Totally.
that was different.
Another good hack here too
Mm.
is something called metacognition.
Mm.
So, thinking about thinking is metacognition. So if I'm thinking about my own thoughts and my own triggers,
Mm.
that is a good metacognitive strategy to be able to work ourselves through that and say, okay, I'm going to use my own thinking to interrogate or be curious about my own thinking. So that would be an example of a good strategy to try.
I'm gonna think about why I'm thinking.
Thinking about why I'm thinking that.
Mm.
Yeah. Thinking about why I'm reacting that way.
Mm.
Thinking about why my emotions are doing that. Mentalization would be another good strategy, which is where I'm going to imagine how you might be thinking. So I'm going to mentalize and think inside your head, oh, why would Simon have done that?
Yeah.
Was that really because I deserved it, or
Yeah.
because he's trying to punish me, or because he's trying to hurt me,
Yeah.
or is he trying to send a subliminal message
Yeah,
by
yeah.
doing that passive aggressive behavior?
Yeah.
Why might he be doing that? And if I
Yeah.
trust Simon, if he has good intentions, that might lead me down a different path.
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
I'm just projecting all of my
Yeah.
beliefs
Yeah.
of like he's out for revenge.
Well, I saw what he did to Jessica and Emily last week.
Yeah, exactly.
And so therefore I'm starting to wonder if this bouquet is as well intentioned as I thought.
is really an edible arrangement.
Yeah. This congratulations for the promotion that you got that I really wanted, edible arrangement. I'm a little sus about it.
Huh? Does he really have my best intentions?
Please eat the melon flower. Eat the melon flower. Jake, don't be rude.
Honestly, those
Eat the honeydew. Have you ever gotten one?
those stun me. Those are. I'm fascinated by the artistry that goes into
goes
those.
behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Totally.
Anyway, so that's a little primer on projection. But oftentimes, like, we are projecting when we accuse other people of projecting.
Mm.
Does that sort of wrap it up?
Yes, it does.
That
yes, it
we are
does.
sort of making assumptions and assuming and projecting our
Yeah.
false beliefs onto other people
Mm-hmm.
when we accuse someone else of projecting themselves.
Can I paint a broad brush? A stroke with a broad brush? Can I? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
It sounds as though a lot of the antidote of this, because this gets very like the meta thinking and the mentalization. I'm like, whoa, this is so many layers of like blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 and assuming and da, da, da. Would it not be fair to say, being like, okay, you couch yourself with the intensity of it and you're like, oh, why did I think that way? Ask yourself, like, be direct with yourself, but then maybe be direct to the person too as well.
Ooh,
Or like, ask them what their intentions are. Or like, what did you mean by that?
that's so hard.
It's so hard, but does that not sound like what should happen?
It sure is.
Yeah.
And that is so vulnerable and hard to do.
Yeah, the project of being human is messy and ongoing.
The project of being human, as
The
we
project
say.
of being human.
As we say.
If anyone out there steals that, I'm going to be pissed.
The project of being human is complicated and messy.
If someone steals that, I'm
And they
going to
will.
be pissed. And we know exactly who they were. Say their name.
No, I know who it's going to be.
I know who it is too.
It's going to be AI. Not to do that, but
oh,
it
it's
is
going
going
to name a
to
person.
it is going to scrape the internet.
And it's going to take that. And then that person that I was going to say,
Let them. Don't let them.
you know what? Don't let them.
You know what? How about don't let them?
Anyways,
Yeah.
just look out for that book that comes out in 2 years. Anyways, let's.
good.
Maybe that was a projected. I don't know.
Projecting.
Projecting.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, let's
Okay.
let's segue Sally to the next segment.
Let's project our way forward.
Ooh.
Love that.
You are one of Argentina's best players because right now, girl, you look messy.
I love what you did there.
I actually don't know if Messi plays for Argentina. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Does he?
He does. Yeah. Yeah. The jersey, it's blue and white. It's striped.
Mm.
Yeah.
The kit.
Yeah.
I love that. All the football fans
Yeah.
and our audience are gonna love that reference.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All 4 of them.
And speaking of
Mhm.
references,
Yeah.
I do feel as though you're the queen of those.
Why?
Because I just have a sense that you're really good at talking to us about things that we don't know yet. And
Oh, are you setting me up?
and aspect ratios.
Aspect ratios.
That was a really bad setup. I'm so
No.
sorry.
I liked it. I'm sorry.
No, it was bad. You can say it was bad.
It's not your best,
I
but I
would-
wouldn't say it was bad. It wasn't
Thank
your
you.
worst.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
You've
you,
had worse.
Thank you, sister.
Let me name them for you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister.
Okay. Is this my it's now do I talk?
Yes, and I'm also just looking at the outline, and it is you've written
I did. I was
You've written a
having
lot with your
so
sister.
much fun doing this. Okay, basically what I want to talk about is, okay, you know how sometimes you're watching a movie or you're watching something, and everyone, I think you're aware of this because you'll see it sometimes. Your experience of watching a movie in a theater versus watching that same movie at home.
yeah.
What is one thing that you visually you recognize that you see?
Can I just start here?
Yeah, go.
I am going to be so honest.
Please.
Aspect ratio.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what that is.
I'll explain it.
And number 2,
Yeah.
I don't know if I care. That's really.
But that's okay.
But I don't want to be mean.
No. But I'm actually glad that you feel that way.
I know
Because
it,
that's on purpose.
and I know it matters, and I know there's a lot to say about it,
Mhm.
but only because I see that it's here.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at like what's it called, widescreen?
Yeah,
Is that an aspect ratio?
it is.
Okay, I think I get really mad
Why? Tell
when
me
the
about it.
aspect ratio
Yeah.
doesn't fit what the screen on that I'm watching it on.
So it sounds like you do care. 'Cause you have
Oh.
a reaction to it.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait.
Interesting.
Whoa. Okay, this
Yeah.
is fascinating.
Yeah.
I want to know why.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me about that. So your frustration comes from the fact that like
Yes.
the thing doesn't fit into the screen, as in
Yes.
where are you? Paint me a picture. Where are you watching this? Are you
Let's
watching
say-
it at home or are you watching it in theater?
Yeah, let's say I'm watching it at home.
Yeah.
And there's I have what's the word? Compassion. I like
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah.
If it's like an older movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a square movie.
Yeah.
From like the box television.
Yeah.
Because that was, I guess, maybe the aspect ratio they chose.
Yeah.
I'm less angry about that because there's a nostalgia component to it.
Yeah.
But when there's like a new movie that comes out and it's
Mhm.
like shot in this like really wide screen, I'm like,
Mhm.
why not just take up the whole TV?
Interesting.
I get
So
angry
what
about
you're
that.
presenting, I love to hear that because okay,
So maybe I do care.
maybe you do
I
care.
do care.
So you do have an experience where
Yeah.
when you're looking at the aspect ratio. So that's the level I want to go at. I do not want to go into the technicals because like
Okay.
the film people will come for me because I am like
Welcome
not
to my life.
most
Yeah.
technically proficient person. So aspect ratios.
Wait, but can we go to the widescreen thing?
That's where we're
Okay,
starting.
great. Well, I want to know why I'm mad about that.
So you set that up perfectly because there's three main that I want to talk about.
Okay.
And I want to talk about widescreen, which is in a technical sense, we're talking about 2.39. Okay. That's wide. Then we're talking about standard, which is what you see on your TV, which is 16:9. And then we're talking about the Academy thing, which is 4:3, which is the square.
Okay.
So I'm not
stop.
going to use the numbers.
Okay, stop.
We'll call it widescreen, standard, and square.
But
Yes.
is that set by the TV companies or is that set by like the film industry?
Phenomenal question. It's
Okay.
a mix of both. It's a little bit of
Okay.
chicken and egg and then
Yeah.
culture, counterculture.
Whoa.
So things like the widescreen, right? It's all in my understanding of it. A lot of it is derived from like what was the screens, like the physical screens, and what was the technology that was capturing it.
Whoa.
So that square, the 4:3, comes from 35 millimeter, which was like the camera and the film that was what the screen is. And that square format actually like existed for a very long time. That became the Hollywood standard, right? So from like the 90s even until the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, our early you saw old movies like that. We saw old TVs used to be like that. Even our first computers
Yes.
were that format. So it became
Interesting.
kind of a standard, right?
So then
Early
TV
seasons of Survivor
yes
are shot
yes.
in that 4:3.
So TVs were built around that aspect ratio?
It was a mix of both. Like at
Okay.
one point they both spoke the same language. I don't want to make this a history lesson.
Sure.
But basically it was like chicken and egg and one is in response to the other. And then the other formats that come is because technology advances and that advances ingenuity and innovation and creativity. And also like the countercultural of it is like, okay, like square is fine, but like widescreen, how great would it be to like be able to see so much
Cool.
of it, right? So when you see something that is widescreen and you're watching it at home, you'll often see the black bars,
Yeah, that's what
right?
makes
and
me
that's
mad.
what annoys you. Those are
But-
called letterbox for her pleasure. That's letterboxing.
Oh.
So that's because I'm taking something that is wide and I have to fit it in a 16:9 container. It is the antithesis of like cinematographers.
But is it
Yeah.
I thought it was there because this is supposed to fit on an IMAX screen.
No, IMAX is actually different.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a stylistic choice? It's not.
can be.
It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement.
Oh, that makes me even more mad.
It depends. And no. And get ready because
Loveliest listeners, I'm getting even more mad
and I
heated
love
on the
I
pod.
love that you're having this reaction to it because
Widescreen is a stylistic choice.
it's a stylistic choice, but it's only because it's more cinematic because it's meant to be viewed in a theater.
That's not my style.
But when you go watch a movie in a theater and you see movies that are shot in a theater, what is your experience of watching that movie in a theater versus watching that same movie at home?
Well, I thought that was just the size of the screen. Like the black bars don't do anything for me because I thought that was just the size of the screen.
But in a good movie theater, you actually won't see the black bars because the screen
Exactly.
is fit for that format.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And
it
so
doesn't
what's your
matter.
experience of viewing it in the theater, that movie? Think of a movie. Think was the last movie you went to go see?
Well, it feels
The drama.
It feels like it's just like standard.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you know I went to go see the drama?
Because we went for food first and then you went to go watch.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Awful movie, by the way.
Well, don't ruin it. Because apparently there's a thing about it. Anyways.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we'll
don't
talk
worry
about
about
that offline. But
But when you were watching a movie, can you think of a movie that you saw and you watched it in theaters? And then what was the experience of watching it in theaters? Like the bigness of it.
oh, I love it. I
Right.
love going to the theater because of that reason.
We go to the theater.
We go to
to
the
Nicole
theater.
Kidman.
Literally, yeah.
No, but that's on purpose. So the filmmaker and the director and all of the people that are behind it are thinking about where is this movie going to be watched.
Right.
So they're designing that film to be in widescreen and 2.39 because they want you to go watch it in the theater.
Just like my TikTok creators, they know that I'm going to watch it on my phone.
They know that you're going to be watching it
Yeah.
in 9:16.
Yeah.
Right? And but like what are some of the feelings that you get when you're watching a big movie on a theater?
Oh,
on
it's
a
like
screen?
grand, especially when it's like really good sound as well.
Mhm, mhm.
You feel small.
Yeah.
You feel like little, and you feel kind of like, oh wow, I'm watching this like big story kind of play out.
Yeah. And you just kind of went like this.
Yeah.
Right? Which your eye kind of goes left and right and up and down. Like
You're-
you can't see the full frame in one like thing.
You're really watching it.
Yeah.
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 It feels more immersive in that way.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why 3D, 4D,
Mm.
even like things at the Sphere, like also feel so fascinating
Yeah.
to the human eye because we feel like we're in it and like a part of it.
And that is, in my belief, part of the reason why filmmakers directors pick different aspect ratios because they want you to have that experience.
It changes.
This is the emotional thing. This changes your viewing experience without at the risk of being too woohoo. It does change things. You just described to me a different type of experience, which is bringing up like an engagement with the thing you're watching that is very different than when you're watching it at home.
So I'm going to be like a bit of a tech snob
Please.
for a second
Please.
because I'd like to talk about VR and AR
Okay.
because I imagine that aspect ratio, let's say when you're watching something on a headset
Mm-hmm.
or glasses or
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
interacting with it in sort
Yeah,
of
yeah.
this augmented reality format,
Yeah.
that's a different engagement with the media,
Yeah.
right? You following?
Yeah.
I don't think this, I don't know if this is a prediction. It's just my opinion.
Mm.
I don't think that humans are going to want to carry around this big thing on their face
Yeah.
just to engage with media because I don't think anthropology and evolution support us carrying around something like that on our face
Mm-hmm.
at this present time.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how that changes
Mm-hmm.
how we engage with something, whether it's like close, like a phone or like a headset,
Mm-hmm.
or whether these new glasses that come out that might project something onto the wall or
Mhm.
allow us to interact with it in real time.
Yeah.
How do you think that aspect ratio conversation changes based on technology and its changes?
I would say, okay, well, aspect ratio is like a picture to picture frame.
Yeah.
It's the picture frame. So is it a square picture frame? Is it a long picture frame? Or is it IMAX where it's a little taller? Is it 16:9 like your TV? Or like in immersive media, is it 360?
So how
It's
do
like
you,
we can't see the boundary of this frame.
how do we engage with it differently as the aspect ratio
As a
changes?
viewer?
Yeah, in order to evoke certain feelings or a sense of like connection with it.
I think you actually know the answer to it. Imagine what it would be like. What feelings come to the surface if you were to put that headset on? Like you could imagine what that feels like, right? Have you ever put one of those headsets
Yeah.
on? it is like I find it like overwhelming and
It's
confusing at
disorienting.
first.
Yeah.
It's disorienting because like your physical environment does
Yeah.
not match the whatever, but my brain is mapped on that this is the reality. And then after a moment, it kind of like regulates. And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is my new reality. That to me is like, that is what this conversation is about.
Yeah.
Right. And you're only able to achieve that. Like imagine the immersive Star Wars game was suddenly just on your TV. Like that's a different experience. Like you're engaging with that media and that content in a very different way. And whether or not, and here's the thing, I don't think you're supposed to consciously be aware of it. You're not. I don't think you are. I think this is just, I'm just kind of lifting the hood a bit about like it's my job to think about these things.
Which is
To
fascinating.
then help
Exactly.
you, the audience, set you up in a way where then you'll either quickly get the tone or you'll be like, oh, I know what this is. Like remember we were talking about documentary? Like documentary moves in a certain way versus like a very cinematic film, right? Like you know this, like all of us know this. You don't need to have a film degree or anything like that or be an expert. When you go and sit and watch a movie in a movie theater, that experience feels different than watching it on your couch or watching that same thing on your phone.
I like the reference you gave around chicken or egg because I think that will continue to be the case.
Yeah.
I think about maybe the big jump from cable
Yeah.
to TikTok, let's
Yeah.
say. Yes, the aspect ratio changes, but that changed because the technology changed.
Yeah.
Right. And so we had to pivot and adapt
Yeah.
our attention, right? The resource that is being extracted
Yeah.
got changed when the technology changed.
Yeah.
But I also imagine that our emotional experiences while engaging with it
Mm-hmm.
might also look a little bit differently because of the ways the technology, not just aspect ratio, but many aspects of it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Change how
Technology and
we
aspect ratio are like
change
this.
how we engage with it.
Totally.
Whoa.
And to me, in this day and age, who's on that side trying to make decisions about things, I think about that where I'm like, where is this going to be viewed? What other factors are part of it? I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but like a lot of like TV pitch people will talk about this. When you go in to pitch a TV show, they talk about like it as if it's second screen viewing.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure what that translates to is the plot has to be so easy to follow that you do not have to have your full undivided attention on it. Meaning
screen stacking.
people will be on their phones while watching your TV show, but you have to make it engaging enough that they have it on in the background, but not too complicated that they can't follow it.
I feel like we should do an episode on that because there's just so many layers
We
of it.
totally can.
But I wonder if maybe here we can end on this.
Mhm.
I predict that we are moving to a place where the meta frames and other
Mhm.
technology like it, and the shift from screen and watching into
Mhm.
voice
Mm-hmm.
might change the way that we interact with the types of things you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that AR will probably be a really big thing in the future, probably
Mhm.
more so through the glasses than they are from a really big clunky headset.
Yeah.
But I imagine that the days of scrolling TikTok are numbered.
Yeah.
We are not going to be consuming content on that for very much longer.
Right.
But I think there is a world, right, where we transition and we'll be doing both.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember this, but there was this fun fact I learned kind of a little bit ago that found that like when commercials like first started, they actually started as radio hosts just reading the things that they would typically read on radio, but now
Mhm.
there was a visual component to it, right? And so there was that whole shift around like what is a commercial, what makes a commercial, what do we want to actually have it look like?
Yeah.
But the early commercials were just radio hosts just reading
Just reading the thing.
the paper as
Yeah,
they normally did, but now there was a visual component.
Yeah.
So I imagine we're gonna have that same shift
Mm-hmm.
where we adjust in different ways.
Yeah.
But I'm curious like what that looks like.
I think it just means like in this conversation about like aspect ratios and like what frame am I going to have this story be told in, I think more and more this conversation is going to be more prevalent.
But when we shift to AR,
Yeah.
where it's more immersive,
Yeah. That's
it's
a
almost
different-
like your world, your profession industry is about world building.
Yeah.
Like we're going to be able to interact with the world.
and it's already happening. Like a
Yeah.
lot, there's so many times where I'll go to forums or whatever conversation. Like this is part of the conversation of your film. Like when you get up there and you're starting to do these things, like they talk about like like when I was in school, we used to call it like multimedia, but now
Yeah.
it's not called that anymore. But the idea was like your idea exists beyond just the original canon of the idea. So if it's like like a Marvel Universe film, like, yes, that's like the hero like thing. But then outside of it, there's the phone game. And then in that universe, there's also the AR game where you get to be like an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you get recruited and blah, blah, blah. And then you get to talk to Iron Man. And then at the same time, it's the cereal box takeover where now it's the Iron Man Fruit Loops. Like,
Or you can go sit on their friend's couch while you watch the show.
all of these things are all about the conversation comes down to like there are different access points for people to engage with your content now.
Yeah.
So either you leave it up to the masses, like, forums and stuff would be like built out of that. Like fan fiction is a good example of it. Like people
Fascinating.
interacting with your content in a way. Like people like doing that. So how can you invite them into the process? And in the conversation of technology and like aspect ratio specifically, like
Fascinating.
my whole like point here is like you don't know it, but you'll feel it.
Yes.
So next time when you're watching a movie, just be I do this just because it's my jab, but it's like when I'm watching it in the movie theater, I have an experience and I have a feeling looking at this massive cinematic looking thing. A lot of TV shows now are adopting that widescreen format. Like Severance does it, like TV shows are starting to do it. And whenever you see a TV show that's starting to adopt it, you have this feeling like, oh, this is cinematic. Like this is epic. Like this is going to be
That's so cool.
something. And it's the same when you go 16:9, right? Like sure, it's standard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, oh, 16:9, but it fills the full frame. Fills the full frame. It's like vanilla, like it's not the most exciting flavor, but you could do so much with it. You could put sprinkles, you can put stuff, but it's a base. And then you have that 4:3, which automatically, when you see it, makes you think of like the past.
The past. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's
totally.
that format
Totally.
is having like a resurgence. You see it a lot in films where the last point I want to say is like, how sometimes we switch, you'll notice it. Sometimes you'll
Yes.
switch. That's on purpose. Sometimes it's like a stupid thing because this film has been shot in IMAX and then like the streamer wants to keep some shots in IMAX format, which is just a little taller. And then sometimes it's more of a stylistic thing. Like
Wow.
memories. You know how sometimes you'll be watching
Yes.
a movie or TV show and we'll be like, oh, we've gone to the past. So now we're in 4:3.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have noticed that. They
Yeah.
do that in documentary a lot
Yeah.
because a lot of the film that they're pulling from, the recordings, are also
It
in
is.
4:3.
It could be just like that technical thing, but I also think it's more of a stylistical intention thing. Like it makes you evoke, it makes you feel when the moment you see something in square, this is from the past. And that's the thing I wanted to bring to attention
Love
in this
that.
format is the frame. We have this like unconscious thing
Yes.
sometimes where we when we see it and presented in a certain way, we automatically like it gets you 30% there. And
Yeah.
filmmakers know that. And we're using that as a tool to help frame our story.
This has given me
Right.
such an appreciation for, even deeper than I already had for the work you do, but it's so fascinating. And maybe just to tie it together,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are the two?
I think that the
Projection and aspect ratio.
the lenses that we look through the world with,
Mm-hmm.
and even just like the screens that we project things onto,
Mm-hmm.
I think change the way we relate to things. They change our emotions. They
Mhm.
change how we engage with it. And sometimes it is obvious and known.
Yeah.
It's conscious.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's unknown. Sometimes it's there for a reason, a signal, a sign.
I'm going to round that out with a quote that I pulled
Oh.
from the DP, the director of photography / cinematographer, interchangeably used, of Wicked. She says in an interview, when she was talking about the different aspect ratios, and she's talking about lensing, which we didn't even touch base on, which we won't. It's so technical. But when we were talking about aspect ratios, she was like, no one will ever know it, but you'll feel it.
Ooh.
And I think that is, from the filmmaker side, that's the craft, that's the expertise, and that's how applying technology to help you access like the story in an accessible way. Like
Wow.
this is part of it. But even just in the conversation about projection, like sometimes you don't know it, but you feel it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hold on a second, let me stop, let me zoom out, camera turn, and let me just like take inventory of what's actually being happened here.
Fascinating.
Right.
That's so good.
Now you're going to be watching shows and you'll look for it. You'll see the black bars and be like, oh, you know what that is? That means you were supposed to watch it in the theta, in a cinematic setting. Wild, eh?
I love that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, and it's also I love that there's this whole hidden world that's
Yeah.
like also operating.
All other language. This is where I'm like,
yeah, the language.
I'm curious to see what like lovely listeners think about this like pivot. I'm having this moment in my career where I'm like, oh wait, I have expertise,
And we want to
but
hear
I don't
it.
share it. I don't share enough.
And we want to hear it. And,
And
yeah.
And I say all this expertise not to be like a film person know-it-all, because I'm not. I'm always learning. I have really smart technical people around me that teach me things all the time. But for me, it's all about accessing story and like human things.
I think
I
that
only use these things to access the mushy stuff. And I feel as though you do that too. Use all these technical, sciencey terms so that we can get to the mushy center.
love it. That is
Isn't that wild?
yeah, I think we have so much in common in that way.
Yeah.
Which is why like this is from the beginning. This is why we started this, which is that like,
Yeah.
you know, I listen to stories, you tell stories.
Yeah.
That was a really big early kind of offering.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyways.
love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. I love my work.
It shows.
Yeah, thanks.
Enough.
I keep hitting her. She's
I thought you were
dusty.
just dusting her.
No, she's dusty.
I know.
I know.
Well, it was
For the
$60.
for the $60 that you spent on this stupid fake plant, you sure don't do a good job.
Oh, I'm sorry.
cleaning
You're
it.
breaking up. We have to go to break. I'm
my
so
God.
sorry. Projection.
Projection. All right. So at the end of every single episode, Jakey and I, we like to end on a little bit of a high note and stretch.
Yeah.
I know.
Seriously.
I know. I had those moments where I was like, oh my God, my knee's cramping up.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Just at the end of every episode.
Oh yeah, we have this segment and we ask lovely listeners to, if you have like something that you want to ask somebody, then you can ask us.
That's one way to say it.
That's one way to say it. And you know what? We never know how to introduce this segment. But anyways, without further ado,
Without further ado,
it's
this is
asking for a friend.
Cue the music.
I started reading the question while you were talking.
One day we're gonna get it right.
One day we're going to script it.
I wonder if the algorithm punishes us for that.
I don't know. I don't care.
Okay. Well.
I mean, maybe I do, but
Okay. This is asking for a friend, and it's a very simple question
What's
that
the
they're
question?
asking. It is, what's your favorite smell?
what's your favorite smell? I know my answer.
I know mine too.
What's yours? Go.
It has to be like freshly cut grass.
Okay.
There's something about that that just brings you back to
It's the same as Hermione Granger.
small town Simcoe, Ontario.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Never mind.
What? Small town or Hermione Granger? What?
Small town.
Okay.
And
You just had a reaction.
I did, yeah. And it's just very nostalgic for me.
I like that.
Yeah. What's yours?
I have two. I like the smell of melted butter.
Oh.
I love the smell of cinnamon. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to go together, but I like that smell.
I was gonna say popcorn, but
Popcorn is a good one.
melted butter
Yeah, but
is
I think it's in that
the-
realm, like melted butter and
baking.
But I think I just associate that with like baking.
Just baking.
Yeah,
Just
like
like good baking.
I like that smell.
Yeah.
I also like when asked this question, I also think of like what would I want as a candle?
Mm.
And I think about like, this is so specific, but like amber saffron.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
It's taken me forever to name that whatever the
Yeah.
smell. There's this one smell, and the closest I've ever found is something that has named it amber saffron.
Yeah.
And so now I hold on to it because
Yeah.
I'm like, I love that smell when it
Totally.
does the thing.
I also really love vanilla. It's like classic.
too.
Just like a good like classic
yeah.
vanilla, like pure vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
And also like a nice cologne. Like there's something just like,
Yeah.
just something about like a good cologne.
Do you like a fruity or a musky?
Oh, it's gotta be musky.
Musky.
I do have a lot of florals colognes, and I love those.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
they're floral musk.
Yeah.
Like they're not like
Well, it's-
floral.
well,
They're not florals for spring.
no.
They're florals for fall.
It's like florals for boots on the ground.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which
Yeah.
boots on the ground. Yeah, for sure. All right, what's your favorite smell? Comment below.
Yeah. I think it's actually technically what's your favorite aroma, but that's fine.
Oh, is it? Cool.
Anyway.
Cool, Jake. That's really cool. That's a
I'm-
really
I'm
that's
actually-
a really cool
I'm actually
flex.
I'm actually just
No,
kidding.
that's a really cool
I don't know
flex.
if that's actually true.
Yeah, actually it's aroma.
I think it's actually aroma, but
Yeah, language is really important to us here at the pod. Well, if you like what
smell
you
is
heard,
something you do. No.
yeah. Are you done?
Yeah. I'm
Are
done.
you done?
done.
Well, if you like what you heard and if you like being here,
Yeah, thank you.
comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And asking for a friend is an open, anonymous question thing, so you can submit anytime. It's in the show notes.
Yep. And live listener, thank you for submitting all your questions and
Yes.
for your eyeballs and attention.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. We like that you're here.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
This isn't therapy.
Bye, stars.
Bye, stars.